A very good morning and welcome to a brand new week and a brand new video where we are keeping tabs on our loanee. That is the Getafe forward Mason Greenwood. Well, there is some sad news coming through from that side as this boy is trying to recover and regain his 100% form. Maybe to see himself return to Manchester United next year when his loan spell runs out. Well, guess what? He's breaking rules now. A new coach of Getafe, Jose, has come out and set up clear rules that there is no eating junk food because he's seriously going to monitor the weight of his players. Now, guess what? Just after his arrival, before their game against Real Betis, Mason Greenwood is pictured with his dad at a junk food shop. And this is becoming a problem because apparently the manager might want to take action. Regardless, I mean, he did go ahead and select him for 78 minutes. He was in action in their 1-0 draw against Real Betis, but perhaps something could be done about him. But even if he gets away with this one, I think this should show you some of these kids that these managers should are dealing with and their mentality. I mean, you've got a new manager, you were Mason Greenwood trying to recover, trying to regain your form. What on earth are you doing eating junk food? I'm not a footballer, but I don't even eat junk food myself. I'm no footballer, but I don't eat junk food because I know how dangerous it is for, my body as someone who wants to keep my physique. But for a footballer who was not playing football for almost a year, if not more than a year, you get a second chance to life. You're welcomed in Getafe. He has scored one goal for the team, and you go ahead and you're pictured with your father under the watch of your father eating junk food just after the new boss has said junk food is not allowed at this club. It shows you that maybe your recovery is going to be longer than many would expect because you're not doing it any favors. Think about that happening to a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo would be seen eating junk food? If it did, it would be in top secrecy. Maybe send a guy, to go deliver it for him. No cameras, no one would see. But why on earth are you eating junk food if you're Mason Greenwood? You're not 100% fit yet. You can't afford to eat junk food. So these are the issues that most our managers today are facing with most of these young players. And if you just say one thing about them, they will, they will respond to you. And for me, this is relatable to the situation with Jadon Sancho. And not to say that I even know the real detail of what it is between Sancho and Eric Ten Hag. And I'm not even trying to take sides, but I know for a fact that if you're a young footballer, you've got to be able to know that the manager is the boss. And I mean, what do you lose by apologizing to your manager, saying, "Okay, you know what, boss, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You were a kid. Certainly, you will be forgiven." But again, why are you doing these things? These kids today, and this is what Cristiano Ronaldo was saying, these kids today, first of all, are so entitled. They are so full of themselves, just a little talent, and they think they have made it in life. They won't listen to anyone. And for me, this is me honestly coming out to criticize Mason Greenwood, saying, I mean, if the new boss says you can't be eating junk food, Mason Greenwood cannot afford to be the first one, caught breaking that rule. He cannot afford to be the first one in this situation because perhaps he knows he's talented and Getafe is below him. He shouldn't be playing for Getafe and he should be playing for a bigger club than that. But Getafe is your way, your gateway to going back to the top, to the biggest clubs, that you think you should be playing for. Getafe is your way to playing for Manchester United. If it doesn't go well during this loan spell, probably Manchester United will let go of you. And what are the odds that so many big clubs will be going for you if they are following you and your mentality and your indiscipline and the things you're doing? So even if we come out here and try to defend these players because we love them, they are our own, they are talented. Greenwood has been a United boy for all his life. I mean, they've also got to do themselves some favor. They've also going to put in some work, make it easy for us to defend you. But if Greenwood is pictured eating junk food before a game, with a new manager in place with new rules, I think for me it shows you how deeply rooted the problem we've got as Man United with some of these players and their attitude and their mentality, and that gives us a lot of work to do. And again, that adds to the work Eric Ten Hag has got to do. You've got a Sancho to deal with who has refused to apologize. Obviously, I do believe for a fact that even when he has not really delivered, I think Sancho's time at Manchester United could have been longer. I think he could have given us a bit more than some of the players we have. But I mean, you can't do that with that kind of attitude. That the coach talks about you to the press, saying he's demanding more from you, and you go out there and respond to him publicly and pin the tweet and refuse to apologize to him. He banishes you from the facility, and he's not even part of the Manchester United squad. That is Sancho, and he won't even go ahead and see that this is killing his career. Which club? Maybe Borussia Dortmund, because they have dealt with him before, and he was amazing there. But will he play for Borussia Dortmund all his life? They also get fed up of him. But is that where he belongs? I mean, from Borussia, his story from Borussia should have ended years ago when he joined Manchester United. He should be looking at playing at United, then from United move on to Real Madrid. I mean, follow the likes of Jude Bellingham. But there you go. You can't apologize. For me, this is a sign of these young players who are talented, but how badly groomed they are, how poor an attitude they have got, how unfocused they are, and it's a huge problem. And again, we blame these managers for, I think, certain ruthless decisions they take. But put yourself, in the shoes of Eric Ten Hag now, with hearing that a player you're monitoring, he's on loan. You've sent him on loan to Getafe, and the cost seems to be clear on him in terms of his charges. People are no longer making noise about it, and he's beginning to play football, trying to enjoy life again. And you hear he's the first to break junk, rules at the club. Today, lately, fitness is paramount, because football is no longer about just natural talent. Because I mean, even those very naturally talented players are not there. You've got to be fully fit to play according to the demands of the manager. Now, your Greenwood, you are certainly not 100%, because you spent a long time without playing. You get an opportunity, a lease of life, and you're eating junk food. In Spain, you're pictured in public eating junk food. What does that show you? It speaks volumes about the mentality of this player, about the indiscipline of the player, because that's indiscipline for a footballer. It's indiscipline to eat junk food for a footballer, if in case you didn't know. So for me, it then again layers the facts bare there that these are the kinds of players we are trying to defend, we as supporters of the club. But we hope this boy just puts his head right and focuses on the football, does the right things, focuses on his fitness, because we do need him back, if fully fit, in 2024 when his loan spell is done. Because whether Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes over Manchester United or not, I still think completely, I do believe 100% that Mason Greenwood will return to Manchester United. But we've got to monitor, and I'm hoping that as this news leaks, probably there should be calls going on between Getafe and Manchester United, updating Eric Ten Hag and the entire technical team at United about the situation, so that they arrest it immediately, caution this boy, and he stops breaking rules. Otherwise, he might be feeling like a star in Spain and doesn't care about rules there, because he feels probably he will be there only for a short time to enjoy himself. No, that's not the case. But anyhow, this is United for you. Subscribe. My name is Web, guys. I will catch you later. It's just the day. It's an early morning update. I'll be back in the afternoon, and of course later on in the evening with more Manchester United talk. So keep it here. Don't you move a muscle. I'll catch you later, fam. All right? Peace. Take care of yourselves. Ciao.